Great speaker tonight. Oh, it's going to be exciting, I promise you. But before we get started, let me bring to the front of the room our founder, our CEO, the man with the vision, the man with the dream, Mr. Mark Samus. Mr. Samus, sir.
Hey, thank you, Bill. Welcome, everyone. Hi, as Bill mentioned, this is Mark Samus. You know, I have a lot of experience in owning different companies and 20 years plus in the networking industry. And I had the vision for this company from my background in real estate. Boy, have we evolved. I had no idea we'd have so many other solutions to offer. It's been a real joy working with this team that has kind of propped up all the, the direction that we have gone and how we've evolved. But, I want you to know that we picked the name Solveres because Solveres means solutions, and that's what we're all about. Our message is simple and refreshing. You know, we truly care about your health, your financial security, and on the lighter side, your fun through our travel. Tonight, we're going to focus on health because we have a recent addition to our leadership team. Now, this man needs no introduction. You will feel his humanitarian spirit, and I know he did not join Solveres for the money, believe me. And his presence will be felt on the website with videos of his numerous TV appearances on CBS regarding health and wellness, plus years as a nutrition specialist for San Antonio Spurs. After tonight, you will feel like you know him. You'll want to interact with him. And as a Solveres member, you can. He is totally accessible. He's one of us, a member of Solveres. Now, regarding his book, of which I'm reading right now, our VP of sales has read it twice. And he's developed quite a relationship with this gentleman. So I'm going to turn it back over to Bill, who is going to interact with Gary over the next half hour, and then I will come back and share a few thoughts at the end. Bill, tell us about his book.
I sure will, Mark, and thank you. Gary, are you on the line?
I am on the line.
Oh, this is going to be fun. I've been waiting all day. This is going to be so exciting. I tell you what, welcome to the Solveres team. The people are excited. I've been talking to today, so let's
I'm as excited as they are.
Well, you sure look good in that picture. I'll tell you what. So again, on behalf of Solveres, the teammates, Gary, welcome aboard. I love your mantra: self-improvement, the key to success. You know, Gary, you gifted the core members your book, and you decided to gift every member in the company a copy of your book electronically. I've read it twice. I scanned it probably once or twice a day. This is so new to me and so interesting. I had no idea that you were a lifelong credentialed nutritionist. So, Gary, tell me, what moved you to write this book? It's extremely well written, by the way. What moved you to do that?
Well, my first boss, and I'm aging myself now because I'm 73, but my first boss was Jack LaLanne. And anybody that doesn't know, it's funny, I can tell what generation a person's in by how they know Jack LaLanne. Some people say, oh, the juicer guy. That just means they saw the infomercial. But if you watch black and white TV like me, he was the first health guru to ever be on TV doing exercise for the United States. And he ended up being the most durable human being in the history of the United States, where he flew me into San Francisco on his 70th birthday. And I watched him swim from Alcatraz to San Francisco Bay with his hands shackled, feet shackled, dragging 3 boats of children, and he made it. So if that doesn't motivate you to want to be healthy, I don't know what will.
Well, I tell you, Gary, it's interesting. I've spent my life, I'm 73. I know about diets. I know about exercising. I know I'm supposed to eat the right things, but no one ever sat down and coached me on what it really means to build for yourself a healthy lifestyle. And I'm so much looking forward to you teaching us how to do that. And I believe, Gary, we can build a real following to the company because of your expertise. So let me go forward here. Gary is a formulator and creator of the first product we're going to be talking about in a minute, of pure and prime products, and the author of Brisker Mindset. You were very concerned about the future health of our society. How long have you been doing this? What have you been witness to out there among the people?
Well, I was very fortunate to get involved in the health and fitness industry back in the early 70s, and I'm still doing it. So if you do the math, I've been doing it for 45 years. I put up 46,000 square foot health facilities in the United States. And I've done over probably 40,000 clinical hours of nutritional counseling. And the culmination of my counseling and motivating people and turning people's lives around is the reason why I wrote the book.
Well, I tell you, Gary, I love your approach with education, motivation, holding families accountable. I want you to hold me accountable. That's a favor I'm going to ask of you. I'm going to do my weigh in when I'm supposed to. I'm going to make sure that I'm abiding by your tutelage and your mentoring in this program. It's not about me, it's about all of us, and it's about thousands of people to come to learn all about what you can share with them. You know, Gary, you've got a mindset, interesting mindset. You talk about self-worth, self-respect, self-confidence, self-esteem, self-discipline, self-improvement. Your mindset was created by you, and it teaches a healthy balance between four categories that lead us to a fulfilling, holistic life. That's kind of a new term. I've heard of the term holistic, but tell us a little bit about why these next four items are so important.
Okay, well, I use a visual when I'm doing counseling where I say that we're like a car with four tires. And if any one of your tires is flat, your car is not going to go anywhere. So the reason why I broke down each tire of the car so that you can navigate your life and have a good quality of life is nutritional means obviously you are what you eat, and we'll get into that in way more detail in other seminars. Physically, obviously dealing with fitness and cardio and negative weight resistance and stretching, and I'll get into all those categories also. Emotional is basically you don't want to spin any webs of deceit or be manipulative or be exploitive or be narcissistic or treat anybody different than you'd want to treat yourself. Like I say, I'm not in awe of anybody, but I'm in awe of everybody. And so emotionally, if you can live an honest, very transparent life with integrity, your emotional will be intact and you'll never have to worry about being stressed out. Basically, spiritual means that what purpose do you feel every morning you wake up? And that's your spirituality. In other words, what impact do you have on all the people around you? And how do you treat yourself so that you're a role model for the people that really need direction? So a combination of those four, which I can get into way more detail as we go forward, really makes a well-rounded individual. And their mindset will be that to where they're going to have a great quality of life.
Well, you know, Gary, I don't know what day of the week we might launch this program, but you did many Healthy Wednesdays, I think it was called, when you were in New York.
Oh, weight loss. Yeah, well, no, that was in Arizona, and I was on CBS every Wednesday morning on the news, and it was called Weight Loss Wednesday because what I did was I owned a bariatric doctor's office in Scottsdale, Arizona, where people paid me money for 90-day, 120-day weight loss and nutritional awareness programming. I had doctors and I had nurses and I had, I was in charge of the company. I was the CEO, but also was the one that set up all the nutritional formats, because 80% of what you look like and how you feel is what you eat, and 20% is the exercise that you do for sculpting. But what I did was I had over 300 people send me in a video because my programs weren't that cheap. And so I said, anybody that will send me in a video why they should get my 90-day program for free, I'm going to pick one male and one female, and we'll go on TV live every Wednesday for about, I think it was 3-4 months. And you'll weigh in live every single Wednesday down at CBS studio. And I picked two people that were so phenomenal, had a great sense of humor. Both of them were so unbelievably good. The guy I picked had a a son that had special needs, and he was a superstar. And I picked a woman who was actually in charge of the Diabetes Foundation in Arizona. So I couldn't have picked two better people, and they did phenomenal. And I had the best rating of CBS News was always on Wednesday morning for the whole time that I was doing it.
Well, yeah, that's incredible. I'm beginning to feel that if I'm going to, and others are going to embark on a better, more fulfilling, healthy lifestyle, it doesn't have to be a lonely venture.
No, you know what? First of all, every human being needs to realize that we're all vulnerable and we all need a support system and we all need help, especially these four categories. There's no way there's one human being that can satisfy these four categories by themselves. Okay. You need mentors and you need a support system and you need all different types of soulmates and people that you really respect and that you trust and that you care about to really make this work. And so the team that we're developing with this company, I'm very excited about, because I'm here to make everybody way more smarter and way healthier than me, because then I know I'm a good nutritionist. I want to make people healthier than me. Now, I don't know, but to follow what I do, it takes a very disciplined human being. When I tell you I haven't had a soda in 60 years, I haven't had a candy bar in 60 years, I mean, I can go on and on and on. But I can tell you that a lot of it's sacrifice, but it's self-love. And I'm willing to give out whatever it takes to get people to develop whatever it takes to be successful.
Well, Gary, that is awesome. If you look at this slide here, Gary created a product line called Pure and Prime Premium Products because he says here he heard his clients over the years wishing they had something tasty to keep them on track with their healthy mindset. And we're going to move into some of that product. Let me show you the logo of his product lineup. Gary, I just love this logo, Pure and Prime. It's so simple, innovative products. Let's take a peek around the corner here. Gary, here are three products in the lineup. Could you talk a little bit about them, and then we'll break them down individually, and we'll just take a minute or two on each.
Okay, well, I'm very blessed. I work with a biochemist, I work with a chemist, and I work with a scientist, and I'm a nutritionist, and we formulate products that nobody has. We've got the only vegan chocolate product that's high in probiotics. Okay, it burns fat. And it's funny because I work with a lot of NBA basketball players, including I'm friends with Charles Barkley. And when I told him that I had chocolate that burned fat, he said to me, yeah, sure, Gary, chocolate always burns fat. So he didn't believe me. And then I told him, okay, Charles, here's what you got to do, buddy. I want you to go home, get on your computer, and I want you to look up 3 nutraceuticals that are in my product. And I want you to come back and apologize to me, because you're going to see that you can have a dynamite hot cocoa that burns fat. You look up chromium picolinate, L-carnitine, and inulin, and you're going to see that you got yourself the best hot chocolate with high probiotics, 100,000 live colonies for every 4-ounce serving, and it, in addition, can burn fat. So he did that. He came back, and he's a believer now in this product. The next one I'm not a coffee drinker, as you can tell. I'm hyper enough as it is. I'd be bouncing off the walls if I drank coffee. But for all you coffee drinkers, I wanted to make something that's different than Starbucks, where it's not Baskin & Robbins 31 flavors with 8,000 grams of sugar. So I made a coffee creamer that makes it taste creamy and nice and sweet with no refined sugar and no dairy. And it's 100% all natural. And I'll tell you right now, if we ever get into Starbucks with this, we could change the world, because they make too many products that are giving people diabetes. Anyway, the next product is a premium vegan smoothie mix. I love this product because I work with a lady that owns 140 acres of an organic farm, and it's 20 grams of protein, 2 carbohydrates, no sugar, 100% all natural, satisfies the keto formula, and there's no animal product in it. The protein is 20 grams of protein of brown rice protein, pumpkin protein, and pea protein. So it's very healthy. I'm against whey protein, soy protein. There's a lot of proteins that I think are counterproductive to people really developing a healthy body. But this one, I mean, people that, are carnivorous live way shorter lives than people that are herbivorous. And that's why I stuck with a protein. You can still get big muscles. You can play any sport you want and be the #1 in your sport if you eat a vegan protein product as opposed to an animal protein product.
I love it. I love it. Before we talk about your premium vegan smoothie mix, we were conversing this morning. You recently opened, I think you told me, 10 juice bars in the LA area, and they're selling how many smoothies a day?
Yeah, we sell, well, I gave away a zillion smoothies for free, and they thought that I was Santa Claus. But I had an ulterior motive that I know anybody that drinks my smoothies are hooked. So I gave away smoothies for 2 weeks. Anybody that came in got a free smoothie. Okay. But now I sell, you ready for this? With 10 juice bars, I sell 3,000 smoothies a day.
That's a big number, and it's growing. There's a lot of people live in LA. I can imagine what that number is going to grow to. But
Yep.
here on the slide, the premium vegan smoothie mix, is there anything else you wanted to say about that, or should I move on to the next one?
Well, the other smoothie mix, which isn't the premium protein, is a fruit smoothie mix. Now, this one is a muscle recovery smoothie. The other product, which is a fruit smoothie mix, is a pre-workout smoothie for energy. And that one, you use fresh fruit and you mix it with crushed ice and my vegan fruit smoothie mix. It makes a dynamite strawberry banana, blueberry banana, peanut butter banana, which is a lot of them that you see in these pictures.
Wow, incredible. Oh boy, I love chocolate. Tell me about the chocolate one.
Well, chocolate, I'm very lucky because I have priced cocoa around the world. And I know if you're going to get a child to change his habits, or somebody that has bad habits, eating habits, and I've got to motivate and change them, the best way to do it is go over the top and get one of the most expensive cocoa derivatives in the world. So I use very expensive dark chocolate product in making. I make frozen yogurt, I make hot chocolate, you can make anything with it. You can make smoothies, but the same powder it can be utilized to make all different products. That's what I love about this product.
So this is where the body's really picking up on the protein with a product like this. Am I close on that?
Well, like I said, the protein one is the one that has 20 grams of protein with pea protein, pumpkin protein, and brown rice protein. The fruit smoothie, that one is a muscle recovery after a workout smoothie. The other fruit smoothie mix is a pre-workout for energy. Like people that want energy in the morning, instead of drinking a coffee with 35 grams of sugar, do a fruit smoothie that has no refined sugar, because the only thing I ever sweeten anything I make ever is either stevia or dehydrated fruit. So everything I make is diabetic friendly.
Okay, outstanding. Tell me a little bit about the vanilla.
Well, it's funny because one thing I do that most people don't know is I formulate 150 flavors of frozen yogurt too. Okay, and so it's funny because a lot of people have this misconception, like they think that dark chocolate has to taste bitter. And they also think that stevia has to have a licorice aftertaste. I've learned how to mix things in with intellectual properties that are all natural. And I teach people that if you put vanilla yogurt on the left and you put dark chocolate yogurt on the right, for all you milk chocolate lovers, just twist them in the middle and you're in heaven. So vanilla is vanilla, chocolate's chocolate, but I teach people 1,000 ways to deal with the consumption of all different types. I mean, there's Tahitian vanilla, Madagascar vanilla, there's old-fashioned vanilla that have custard in it. So there's 1,000 things that you can educate people on flavors. But the most important thing tonight isn't flavors. The most important thing tonight is the behavior modification and how to get people to put 10, 20 extra years on their life with the quality of life.
I love it. Here's one I'm really intrigued about: Energy Boost. Us people that work, Lord knows how many hours a day. I thought the Energy Boost was coffee in the morning, but what do I do in the afternoon?
Well, here's the thing that I'm so against. I'm so against 5 hour. I'm against speed of any kind. I'm against all those drinks, the Amp, Rockstar, Monster, whatever, all that garbage. It's got, muong extract. It's got caffeine. It's got, all different speeds in it. And that is a false sense of energy because you're going to crash after a couple hours and you feel like you got run over by, by a truck. Energy, natural energy comes from B complex vitamins, not from speed. Okay. So whether it's, taurine, muong extract, like I said, or caffeine or any of those things are horrible because all they do is speed up your heart. And, I think there's a lot of people that are going to have coronaries by the time they're 40 because they're so hooked on these stupid things instead of learning good nutrition.
Oh, that's important information. Gary, when I was reading about this, a fat-burning probiotic hot chocolate. I'm not real sure what probiotic.
Okay, let me explain to you what probiotics is. Just bacteria, and people think yogurt has to be dairy. No, yogurt in definition is just bacteria that you need in your body to clean your gut. Okay, and so I use a patented encapsulated lactobacillus that actually doesn't activate with the absorption of the probiotics, the bacteria, until it gets in your intestines. Okay, so you can get 100 million live colonies of probiotics in 1 cup of hot chocolate, whereas this Jamie Lee Curtis, you'd have to eat like 75 Activias to be able to do that.
I love it. I love it. Well, look, like I said earlier, I love my coffee. Is there anything else I can have? How many cups of coffee should I have when I get my program set up? I'm usually 3-4 cups of coffee.
Well, it's not the coffee. It's what do you put in the coffee? I mean, I know people that make it taste like coffee cotton candy. I mean, I know people that put in 4 or 5 cubes of sugar and they want to know why they're bouncing off the wall. No, you've got to, and that just makes you hypertensive. And I always tell people, if sugar rips the teeth out of your face, what do you think it does to your internal organs when you swallow it?
Oh, geez. Yeah, I can.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm sorry to give people that visual, but I try to use tough love so I can get people to understand what they're doing wrong.
Well, I tell you what, I've not had tough love as I've tried my different programs. They didn't work, and I'm ready. So I love this slide. It's so colorful. You created pure and prime creamy products for you and your family. And so I brought a question to my mind. Your family, is this something the kids, can they come in and?
Yeah, let me tell you something. Every product that I formulate can be consumed by a child or a pregnant woman. So anything you see is 100% all natural and there's no side effects to any human being on the earth. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. I love it. I love it. All right. We're going to segue a bit here, Gary. We're going to go into another product and your logo here is a Healthy Response. And I cannot speak to this product. I'm just learning about it. Teach me about what's on the screen, the immune health product.
Okay, first of all, I recommend for people that really feel at ease by getting a vaccination. If it makes you feel safer, God bless you. However, as a nutritionist, though, I can tell you this: why aren't these people talking about how if you want to live through any virus, pneumonia, swine flu, bird flu, even certain cancers or colds or bacteria, you need to strengthen your antibodies and immune system, and you need to lower your body mass index, and you need to lower your percentage of body fat. And then you won't have pre-existing conditions that will kill you with any one of these types of viruses. Now, there's going to be strains coming out like the Delta, and there'll probably be 20 more. The bottom line is, what I studied is what can I put in a capsule that will strengthen a person's antibodies and immune system to fight off all the toxins that are in your body and help you. I've had people with the COVID take these and get rid of it. Okay. I have people taking it so they won't get it. But the bottom line is this: it's really important. It's really important that you understand antioxidants. Now, zinc's important. D3 would mean if that people that don't get any sunlight, that are indoors all the time, that don't get enough outdoor activity, they need the D3. But let's get into the fact that I've got vitamin C, where there's 500 milligrams of vitamin C, but the magic thing that's in this capsule is Indian gooseberry. And read this, everybody, because this is key. Okay. People think that acai, goji, mangosteen, all those berries and elderberry are all like, they're good. Don't get me wrong. Like, we're going to go to a chart in a second. Don't go to it yet because I want everybody to read this. But ORAC value of a fruit tells you how intense the antioxidants are going to work on your body and take out your toxins and strengthen you so you don't get sick. So let's say blueberries low, but then when you get up to goji, and acai and a lot of these things, it gets higher. But Indian gooseberry blows all the fruits out of the water in terms of strengthening and giving you a sensory system to fight off any virus, any cold, any flu, any bacteria, and help you stay where you don't get sick. Now, I know a lot of people will sit there, oh, I got a sore throat, I better start eating oranges and taking vitamin C. No, you waited too long. Why don't you take an immune booster every day so you never get sick, period? Why do you have to wait till you get sick before you start taking care of yourself? So I always tell people, take these every day, build up an incredible antibody and immune system, and live like I am, where I don't even take aspirin because I'm one healthy guy at 73 years old and I can do 40 push-ups right now, but that's another whole story. Anyway, the bottom line is, go to the chart now that you have. I think after you have this will show you the ORAC value of fruits. Now, bananas 9, blueberry 62, plum 60, but acai is phenomenal. Now, the same thing that acai is would be like elderberry or mangosteen or goji. They're all about 1,000 in terms of their intensity. But look what Indian gooseberry is, 1,770. Do you know how many blueberries you'd have to eat? It'd be a zillion. So I put I dehydrate Indian gooseberry, and in India it's called amla. And you put it in with the capsule with 500 milligrams of vitamin C, D3, and zinc, and man, you're Superman. You're ready to be an Avenger. I'm telling you, you'll be good.
Well, I tell you what, I guess that puts my 5 blueberries on my cereal in the morning to shame.
Yeah, kind of weak.
Yeah, kind of weak.
Now,
Gary, you might not know, but I had an opportunity to experience what it was like to spend a week in the hospital with COVID. And I was one sick puppy, but I had tremendous care and a very powerful, positive mental attitude. And the care I received was incredible, but I was lucky. I was not prepared. My immune system, I know, was not as strong as it could have been if I'd known what I should be doing.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad that you're lucky, but I want everybody to work with me so I can make everybody lucky right from the get-go.
Well, it's interesting. Now, I took that J&J shot at the 3-month mark. I had to wait 3 months after I came out of the hospital. I happened to not develop anything other than a sore arm. But boy, I had a lot of friends that got whacked with severe headaches and everything there, abdominal pains, leg pains. My wife still has shortness of breath, but we are going back and forth with her to the doctor. But is there anything else you could tell me about in the text here that's important? And I know we'll be.
Let me say this, that this product, I mean, I crack a joke to a lot of people when I'm talking to them during the day where I say, you know what, if I was selling shoes, I bet you I'd get a woman and she'd say, I want a pair of red shoes. And I go, okay, let me go in the back. And I bring it out and she goes, nah, that's too light. So I go back and I get a dark, you know what? Those they're too tight. No, you know what? It's not the style. And I'm thinking like it take 8 years and maybe after like an hour and a half, I can sell one pair of shoes. Every human being on the face of the earth, whether it's India, Africa, Asia, where they're dying like crazy now. I'm in Florida, which has to be the worst state in the United States for this Delta. But the bottom line is every human being needs to take this product. Okay. So it's easy to market something that you don't need demographics. You don't need to learn how to close. You need to learn how to just talk to people with enthusiasm, and you can move this product worldwide. So to me, and it's a great, great product. Now, at the end of my book, this is a statement that I make, but while you're reading this, I'm going to tell you some things that I want to say, and then I'm going to turn it over to Mark. Most people, unfortunately, won't participate in their own rescue. No test, no testimony. Things do not happen to us, things happen for us. How are you showing up? How are you using the power in you? Do you have the ability to change? Do you want a better immune system? Do you want to control your blood pressure? Do you want a better quality of life? If you fail to plan, plan to fail. A great orator said, as a challenge, what is your strategy for being here? And I'm going to say, what is your strategy for being on this Zoom meeting? With good health in place, we are going to live a different type of life, only healthy relationships, both business and personal. Do not let anyone ever rain on your parade, and no toxic relationships. Live a life that will transform ourselves and others to bring the best out of ourselves and everyone around us. You have the authority and dominion to change yourself and the world we live in. Make an impact and a legacy that will create total fulfillment. And my quote for the day is, what people say, what you don't know won't hurt you. I'm going to tell you, what you don't know can kill you. And with that, Mark, I will let you use your expertise and close the meeting.
Thank you, Gary. You can hear me all right, can't you?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Well, you guys, thank you so much. That was not only fun, it was informative, very enjoyable. Thanks again. You know, at Solveres, our mission is really simple. It's to secure your future, both in health. We're blessed to have had this tremendous addition in Gary, and financial security, health and financial security. And part of our structure before was we also empower consumers and market your existing business, including, you know, for customer acquisition. Now, during this grand opening, which we are launching now, for a limited time, you'll be able to buy or purchase all Gary's products at cost. Plus, we added a little extra so we can pay commissions. But like I said, Gary's not in this for the money. He sells these products for quite a bit, and for us, it's going to be really simple to get involved here. Cost plus a little for the commission for the group. So I'll close with this. As you can tell, there is an incredible group of people that's really going somewhere with this company, Solveres. And I would love for you to be part of us. Don't wait and read about Solveres when we're a household name, because we will be. You could look back on a couple of years when Solveres is global and say, gosh, you know, I knew about Solveres back in 21, but I didn't do anything about it. A lot of people you know are going to hear about this. They might as well hear about it from you. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us, and may your family be blessed with prosperity and good health. God bless and good night, everybody. That's the end. Take care.
Good night.